Before we start part 3 of this dry-ass reunion, can we start with the word of prayer?
For all you Hennessy hoes out there,
Ooh.
let's get after it.
Hey! Alright, y'all, welcome back to DatDamnDasher. So I figured for part 3 of this reunion, it would be really fun to review it with my bestest friend, Steven, no last name because he is wanted.
Ha! By other people, other than the authorities, right?
Well, not by me. Oh. So, he's wanted out in these streets, He spends a lot of time on his knees.
Tried it.
So,
Tried it.
But anywho, in order to be messy, we have our nice little cocktails going on. Can you call a margarita a cocktail?
Yes.
Okay. Cheers. Drink up. I'm a lightweight, so this video's gonna get real messy real quick.
You accustomed to it.
I feel like I'm not. Oh my god. I can't. My head is gonna start swimming soon, but it's fine. All right. So let us start. I hope you guys have your notes because I have mine. So let's get on into it. So first off, y'all, is Kenya wrong for outing Porsha on a cast trip? Final words on it. Is she wrong?
So for me, and we've talked about this, it's like she's always been a dog with a bone. Mm-hmm. But in tonight's episode, she made a good point. Oh, well, I look at it as work, and she said it was pretty much like a right of hers in order to be able to keep talking about that. Mm-hmm. She kept it going for too long. It was really obsessive.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm going to hold a particular statement.
I sort of play devil's advocate in the situation because I understand why Kenya is holding on to this, right? Because is she wrong for outing her on this cast trip? I say no. Because if Porsha wanted to enjoy Bolo's Bolo in the comfort of her own home, okay, nobody would have been any of the wiser and everything would have been fine. But I think when you put in the element of it's a show that we're filming, we're on reality TV, we're on a cast trip. Yes, the cameras are off, but there's always one camera running.
Right. Plus microphones.
There was no way that this was not going to get out or someone was not going to know. Mm-hmm. And so I think if you view it from that perspective, I totally understand why Kenya is like a dog with a bone. Because listen, to me, honestly, if the shoes were reversed, I really feel that they would have held her feet to the fire, especially with the whole Mark situation.
So you think that it was just fair game?
I think it was fair game. And
just by default because they are on the show and
yes.
And their platform is to really be very public with a lot of these things. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even give Kenya enough credit for, you said if the shoe was on the other foot and if she were to have done X, Y, and Z with that, I don't think they would have given her that kind of energy.
Really?
For as long as she was carrying this bone about Bolo for the damn near the entire season.
Yeah. And
most of this dry reunion.
Ooh, the shade of it all. All right now. I did just call it shady anyway, so it's fine.
For me, I don't think they would have given all of that to her.
Yeah.
Maybe for a little while.
Yeah.
But they would have said, okay, yesterday's news. Mm-hmm. Like, girl, we all over it. It became some type of fodder for just a piece of a storyline. Mm-hmm. But
yeah. I think it's, when you're talking about theoretical situations, it's very easy to say what people would and would not do. I just honestly feel that this show is built on mess. And so if the shoe was on the other foot, I really do feel that they would have rode her ass into the ground on it. Mm-hmm. But, we can agree to disagree.
But she likes to play victim too.
Yes. Well, you're supposed to play victim. It wouldn't be reality TV if we weren't playing victims. Right. Amen. Hallelujah. All right.
Are you about to insert another word of prayer? Or...
Jesus, be with me,
Ooh,
oh Lord.
Come on.
Ooh. No, I'm not. Okay. All right. To our second point. Well, actually, we've covered that, really. Why won't Kenya let it go? We really covered that already, just in terms of Kenya won't let it go because if her feet were to the fire, she feels that people would keep perpetuating it as well.
But,
what?
So before you go to your next point...
Go ahead, friend. Talk it out while I try to get some more libation.
Remember, I had told you, just kind of my personal read on it,
yeah,
that maybe she had a very lackluster storyline outside of her issues with Mark for this particular season, and she might have thought that was going to continue to make things interesting for her.
Yeah,
I don't think she was successful in it.
I mean, if you think about it,
just very annoying.
Yeah, if you think about it, this whole season was really based upon Porsha, Bolo, and Kenya trying to uncover who did it. So
and Cynthia's wedding.
And Cynthia's wedding, but nobody really
which was gorgeous.
It was very pretty.
She looked lovely, but you already covered that in another video.
I just feel that the whole COVID pandemic situation sort of brings down the beautifulness of the event, right? But beautiful event nonetheless. All right, let's move forward. Porsha never said it didn't happen throughout the whole 3 parts of the damn reunion. Why won't she admit it? Steven, go.
Well, very good observation about that. But I think she pretty much said, well, I am a single woman, and she was telling all of you hoes to let it go. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to probably deduce that something happened, and guess Miss Tanya was in there having some dinner too.
We will give Miss Tanya some in a little bit, okay? Because we have a whole bullet point on Miss Tanya and the fact that she ran for the hills, honey, when it came to put her feet to the fire. Mama said, no, I got to protect my life partner situation, and baby, I got to go, okay?
Life partner was said at least twice by Miss Kenya, which, again, shade, because that means she's not a wife.
No, yeah. That's me. Okay, but we can't give Tanya it right now. We got to continue on with this situation right here. I honestly feel in this situation, no admission is an admission, right? And so one of my favorite quotes is, what's understood needs no understanding, right? Or sometimes it can be said as, what's understood needs no explanation. So I think that by Porsha not saying that she did not sleep with Bolo, it's pretty much her saying, I slept with him. It's my business. Why do you care so much? So
and
what
for
do
this
you
long.
think, right, about her non-admission admission? Is it her business, or is it all of our business because we're watching it through the screen?
It's all relative.
Yeah.
And I think all of that goes out the window because of the very platform that they are on.
And that was my point earlier. That's what I said. I literally said, if Porsha decided to take down Bolo in the comfort of her own home, then nobody would have been any of the wiser, and this wouldn't even be a topic to discuss.
Very true.
Yeah. All right. So we find out that Candy actually told Marlo the entire Bolo situation. So who would have known? But her rationale, just so that we get this out before we get messy, Candy told Marlo the whole situation because she thought that Marlo and Porsha were still friends. So it wasn't really her, divulging someone's personal business. She felt that Porsha would have told her eventually if she hadn't already. So what do you think about that? What do you think about
Candy spilling the beans?
Yeah, about Candy telling Marlo and then Marlo trying to use that as ammunition.
Sorry, everybody. I keep rolling my eyes. Marlo, for me,
I need more wine.
Is always...
Wait, is Margarita wine? Go ahead.
She's humorous, but for me, she just reaches a lot. She's always poking the bear, very much like her sister Kenya.
Ooh.
I think it's a situation of Candy just having conversation. One thing about Candy, I never see her as any type of messy, but she's on there to do a job as well. And so all of them that were present in South Carolina, they could have talked about it because everybody could have heard noises and stuff. So
I think they did a really good job of framing Candy as sort of like an objective party because at her core, she really wasn't trying to be messy. She was talking about the situation, but I mean, anybody in that situation would talk about it to a certain extent with their good girlfriends. But I really don't feel that she went out of her way to be messy towards Porsha.
To be a bone carrier?
Yeah, she was not a Sheree Whitfield.
Sheree.
And, you know, I think the whole drop mic of situation of that whole thing is that Sheree's not here. So, you see, the bone collector position is not it doesn't have a lot of longevity on the show.
How do you think Sheree would have played with some of the newer girls?
Not well.
Because now she's been off the show for how many seasons? About 4?
Has it been that long?
About 3 or 4.
Oof. Somebody drop down in the comments and let us know how long Sheree has been off, because in my margarita-addled brain, I can't keep it together.
And also, let us know if her fledgling line, She by Sheree, is getting any type of traction. I'll hold. Sheree, you still a good girl.
Well, that was the whole damn...
You okay?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit parched. I had to drink something really quick. That was like a whole, like, you know, Samoan oak or something. You know, when people say, or a whole willow tree. Something like that. But it's fine. Anywho, all right. They drug this Bolo situation out until the cows come home. But, like, what are our final words on Bolo? Go. Do you care, even at this point? I feel like we've rehashed it and rehashed it, hashed it back again, hatched that egg.
Cooked it up again.
Cooked it up again, made into an omelet, little frittata with some damn spinach and some, you know, tomato, cilantro. Compote, baby. Compote. That's French. Okay.
Well, I told you as we were watching it, I was just flabbergasted that in part 3. Yes. That's a word I don't get to say that often.
SAT word up in here. What you mean, flabbergasted?
Busted. Right. You know.
All right now.
I wasn't expecting in part 3 that they almost spent like 20 minutes.
They did. I counted. It was like 25
of the show talking about Bolo. I'm like,
my eyes were rolling.
The
I was
first
so
thing
tired.
that I kept thinking about, and we were discussing it in between, is that if you all are still holding on to this outside of Kenya, that kind of means that this season it didn't have a whole bunch of other more popping stuff that you could then talk about. I was about to say about where's the husbands, but you know we'll get there.
All of the other husbands were boring. There was not like the reason why they had Ralph on is because Ralph had to fucking
eye candy.
Talk. Well, he's eye candy number 1, okay, but number 2, they had to figure out where the fuck he was in Tampa, why he was in Tampa, his other family that he was visiting, okay.
But remember, it's not for us to buy,
right?
Candy made that statement, and that was a very
that was a very classy read.
And I'm actually going to try and incorporate that. It's not for me to buy.
No, it's for you.
Even though I know it's bullshit, but
yes, Drew. As long as you believe it, Mama, that's all that matters. Okay.
He probably came back and gave her some good old.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah. You hit it really well, and then you basically forget your concern. You're like, why was I mad again?
Well, wait. The next time that he decides to, in Dasher's famous words, Tootsie Roll his ass on without any explanation, because I think it happened already a few times.
Yeah.
It'll happen again.
Time. Yeah.
And what did he say? You don't understand what it's like for a black man, blah, blah. I said, what does that have to do with you up and rolling out on your wife and your children?
Right.
And not saying shit the entire time for, 3 days or some change?
That's too much, in the words of Medea.
And I'm just going to stand back and believe that he was holed up in his hotel room.
Yes.
Alone. And there was not another woman or several women.
Exactly. He was eat, pray, loving, baby. He was writing in his journal. He was taking a nice little bubble bath, baby, with some Bed Bath and Beyond bath beads, honey. He was getting it. Okay.
But again, not for me to buy.
No, it's for Drew to buy. Good luck, Drew. All right, moving on into one of my favorite topics, child. The departure of Tanya.
Ooh. It's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. I feel like Tanya disappeared like literally right after the dungeon bachelorette party, and we like heard nary a word from her ever again.
Well, she was also a bit sparse before this season.
Yeah.
But one interesting...
Why do you think? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that the dungeon party was basically the kibosh on her? She said...
On all of her appearances?
On all of her appearances, because she removed herself from the show after that because of how she was being portrayed. So why do you think she couldn't come back from this portrayal of herself on this show?
Well, before I respond to that...
Okay.
I remember reading like a little interview with Tanya, and because I was curious about like some of her businesses and all of that. So she's definitely like a boss, very Candy inspired with a lot of little tech companies or something. And she's always said that she wanted to remain as a friend to the show. She never wanted a peach or anything because her primary bread and butter are her businesses. After this whole South Carolina and Bolo situation, maybe it's some embarrassment because now it's shining some type of light on to Tanya and the freak side. But
let that freak flag fly.
And this is no shade.
It's always shade with him. Always. It's all shade all the time.
Listen.
Stephen Way.
Listen, whenever anyone says, baby, it's no shade, bitch, it's shade.
Get ready for a palm shade.
Since Kenya, used this term so liberally, her life partner, maybe it just...
Wait, but tell the people how long he's been her life partner.
I don't remember, but a long
I feel like it's been like 6 to 8 years. Because I faintly remember the spirit of Nene Leakes in my head saying that it was a very long time. Very long time. Very long time.
Dasher, maybe they are good with their arrangement.
Whatever and that's
that looks
fine.
Like. I mean, she has a gorgeous home.
She's beautiful. And a hibachi. Hibachi in the basement.
Correct.
I want a hibachi.
Paul is cute.
He is.
But I do think for especially men and women, and I have these conversations so often with females that are around our age. You're a lot older than I am. But...
Tried it. I'm actually the young tender in this situation. Young and juicy forever. He's tried me. Go ahead.
But I think there's something to be said for heterosexual relationships. And especially when you are of a certain age, like, I don't think it takes necessarily a decade almost in order for the man to realize, okay, are we going to do this or not?
Yeah.
My class is like, well, I mean, what are we doing? And so...
And he means that. He means it more than y'all will ever know.
Hey, we want to talk about that because this is a family show.
We can't tell y'all about all the stuff I know.
Anyway, as I was saying,
yes. Let me drink on that. Yes, you keep telling your story.
But her and Paul, whatever the dynamic is, maybe she was just embarrassed on whatever happened in South Carolina. But by her saying that she went to Porsha's room, I spent the night in this one's room. I said, oh, so somebody was eating somebody's box and somebody was maybe getting some.
Could be.
And maybe it was a little bit of both. I mean, who knows? Tanya, if that was the case, girl, let your freak flag fly.
I say so as well. I just feel like this show is so sex positive that I don't really feel it's a big deal if you ate her box. And we're not saying you did, but from context clues, honey, it's okay to draw that conclusion. No, you did not just do that. How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my, it's a family show. Family show. I need sponsorships, and you are trying to disrespect my life down to the YouTube. How dare your life? Okay. Back to Tanya. Yes. I really feel that Paul must have sat her ass down and had a come to Jesus moment with her, honey. And he must have said, listen, this is not a good look on me and our life together, and you need to make a decision.
But wait.
What?
You see this? You see what this is?
What?
Did that come to Jesus moment come with a ring?
Listen,
Paul?
You can't be making demands unless you come in with a ring. And the thing is, okay, so we are not shaming. That's true, 3 to 4 carats. Because you have to be able to see it on your hand.
Correct.
I have to have a reminder that you exist. But that's just me.
No, it's all a reminder that how many carats, that's how much you love me.
I agree. I agree, okay? But yeah, so like back to Tanya. I just feel that and we're not shaming Tanya and her life partner situation, right? There are different situations, and like I swear this is not supposed to be shady. You were laughing and it's not funny.
Kenya did it. Kenya started it.
Oh my God. Kenya dragged us down. It is her life partner. Okay, but look, if y'all have made
almost 10 years.
If y'all have made a conscientious decision that you are going to be life partners with somebody, you're not getting married, and I actually don't have a problem with this, honestly, and I've told you this many times, I am perfectly fine shacking up with somebody. If we are committed, you're not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. Well, hell, if you talk about it like that, then we might as well get married.
Because
it's the wine. It's the damn margarita, okay? Because if I was in my right mind, I'd be like, I'm fine shacking up with some. You see, what I fear is y'all need to go down to the Oxygen Network and watch the damn Oxygen Channel show called Snapped, where people snap on their damn husbands, wives, and murder them down to the ground, okay?
But the thing
I'm
is,
scared of that.
Like and again, going back to heterosexual couples,
yeah.
How long for a woman do you want to be somebody's girlfriend? And Tanya's in her mid-40s?
It would be different if he had given her a couple kids. Because I feel like kids show some level of commitment in the relationship. When you're 10 years in...
Depending on the person.
Sort of. When you're 6 to 10 years... Because we don't really know. I don't want to call 10 years over somebody if it's not 10 years. If we're 6 to 10 years in with somebody and there's like no kids, no real level of commitment, and all we're doing is really just like living together and building a life together...
And building these businesses because they've clearly done very well.
Yeah, and so there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I feel like because Tanya has been on the show and she said like her intention is she really wants to be like married and stuff like that, and they're just, you know, going at their own pace. I just feel like this whole Isle of Palm, South Carolina Bolo situation added fuel to a fire that Tanya didn't want in her relationship. Mm-hmm. And I just feel that because of that, she had to tootsie roll her ass on out of it in order to protect what was actually important to her.
Do you think that this is the true legit end? Or come next season, then you will start to see her make some appearances and agree to film with some of the ladies?
I don't know. I really feel that... the reason why they have you on as friends of the show is if you can bring something to it, right? Mm-hmm. And to me, Tanya gave up that card when she decided to stop filming with the girls. So after this season is over and a new season starts, what's really the point of you being invited to it? Like, what do you bring to it? You're pretty much starting from zero, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas I always feel like never let a bitch spray you with your own tea, right? Mm-hmm. Tell your story.
Lean into it.
Lean into it, okay? And listen, Porsha could learn a lesson from Lean Into It. I'm just saying, Porsha could have deaded this whole damn issue. And I'm wondering if them damn shady ass producers told her ass to keep this, you know, mess going and whatnot. Because there was nothing else.
To talk about.
There was nothing else.
Once we got past
Cynthia's wedding,
Porsha's little stint for
that boring ass Prophet Lott situation. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
There was really nothing else. And so her non-admission kept this damn story going. So
she said, listen, Pooh, I am a single woman.
Mm-hmm.
I won't comment on her and Dennis because I don't know the current state of their relationship or remnants thereof.
Yeah.
But do you think that they'll have like a random moment where
I hope not.
He just come on over and slide her some...
Put them panties to the side.
And give, what's the baby name? Pilar. PJ.
Ooh. A Dennis Jr. baby.
No shade, girl. No shade.
Maybe
she might get a son.
Child.
I'm feeling some type of way. And, babe, in the middle of the night,
heterosexual women, I think what y'all need to realize is that just because you want all your children to have the same father doesn't mean that they need to have the same father, okay? So,
listen,
that's a whole nother situation in itself.
As my mama would say, that's how many of us got here. I'm proud of. But
sometimes you need to leave a situation where it is and keep on moving forward. I feel like I like Porsha and Dennis as co-parenting people.
I do too.
I like it. I feel like the relationship complicates matters.
She's had better lovers in the past, and how do I say this delicately?
What? Say it, friend. Say it.
I think that there are a number of men that would be more suited for Porsha Williams.
We got to sip on that. Porsha, I think what you got right with Dennis was his money. Keep somebody in that echelon. Because...
she wouldn't go...
No. Who has time for that? Speaking, honey, as someone who was devastated on his 16th birthday to learn that he did not have a trust fund. I don't want that for, Portia's child. You should have a trust fund. You should have everything you want, Pilar.
But, darling, remember, even though this is a family show. Just like YouTube has become a platform for so many girls, there are other platforms that have provided financial security.
Yeah.
We won't name them as of right now.
I need to drink another one. I feel like the longer this video goes, the more messed up I become.
What did you say earlier? Lean into it. Just lean into it.
We're going to move off of this. Just to cap off, Tanya, I don't know if it makes sense for you to come back to the show, because I would have more respect for you if you stayed away.
Really?
I would, because if you stayed away because you had your principles
and stuff.
I do too, but you made such a stink about this, and I feel like when you sign up for reality TV, you sign up for the good and you sign up for the bad. Mm-hmm. And so if it gets bad and you run off, then what's the point of them keeping you around for the good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But has she actually made some type of public statement in response to...
No, she just stopped showing up for work.
Okay.
Can you not show up for work and still have your job?
Well, that was like more of a real side gig for her. It was never... She was relying on a Bravo check.
Yeah.
Like other former cast members that are no longer there that wanted to shade the fuck out of the network that paid them and fed them. But we won't name names.
Another willow tree, okay? You are taking no prisoners. Let's move on to this damn next topic. Drew's word of prayer. I want to thank Drew for inspiring our word of prayer to start this video, because I was so taken aback by the inclusion of Jesus in the dungeon that I didn't really know where to go
from. Though before you even begin.
Exactly.
So, like for a lot of performers, they will
bless it
before the concert and everything. Like everybody hold hands, and then they doing that.
Exactly.
So, just for this, I think kind of random insertion of
Jesus, my Lord.
Can we pray?
Shabbalah.
It kind of took everybody off guard. It was like,
it did.
We'll go with it.
Iko robo shata. Okay, haha.
I said, okay, go
ahead. I was like, all right. I mean, I don't really feel like the prayer helped her bullshit story, but
with Prophet Lott and everything.
That was a read. Sometimes people do stunts on, and I talked about this in a prior video. Sometimes people do stunts on the show and it goes well, and sometimes people do stunts and it goes like horribly wrong. And this is in the horribly wrong category. There is no redeeming quality out of this whole Prophet Lott situation, because the story at its core makes no sense. So,
but speaking to that, it's also something that seemed like it was a reach for storyline that was already waning.
Oh, yes. It was dead on arrival.
And she kept going with this whole Prophet Lott situation. But not that I'm a huge fan of LaToya.
She was cute, though. Her dress was nice.
Yeah, she was
I feel like
gorgeous.
some people can like pull off that whole real naked look, and she's one of those people.
But LaToya was making some valid points.
She was.
In terms of what does my personal dealings with this man have to do with you and you securing another person to come and do the baby blessing.
Child, she said she had Dietrich Haddon's mama.
That.
Okay?
I didn't understand any of that. Like, again, you are giving LaToya and that whole situation
so much
whole
power.
Lot of energy.
I agree. You gave her all of the damn power. I didn't know LaToya held so much weight in Atlanta. Right. I didn't realize that she was the determining factor for all these prophets, false prophets, and everyone in between. So, listen.
He said so many people were pulling out. I said, what?
You only named 2. So many is at least 4 to me. 4 to 5. But maybe you didn't have time to, recite all the other ones. I don't know.
I thought it was an overreach.
It was.
And what she spent almost 10, 15 minutes talking about it on this part 3.
Yeah, I was bored.
In my Wendy voice, that's boring.
That's boring. Yes.
Moving on, but...
Yeah. I'm just mad that they didn't. I would have been more excited if they skipped the Prophet Lott situation and talked about how Drew didn't sing at Cynthia wedding. Okay, like
well, you almost got a few bars.
We did.
For this episode.
We did. Yeah, when she was harmonizing with Kenya.
Oh, that's what that was.
Ooh, we got to sip on that.
I thought cats were dying.
Oh no,
in a war-torn country. I mean,
oh no. You see, friend says Drew stick to acting.
Now I think we could probably harmonize.
We probably could. That's for another video.
That's for the next video.
Yes. Drop down in the comments and let us know.
And let us know what song that you want us to sing.
Exactly. Angel of Mine.
But I remember
Monica.
Many years ago, I told you about one of my favorite duet songs by the icon, Judy Garland, Happy Days.
He is so gay, y'all. So gay. So gay. We can't be this gay down to the YouTube, okay? This man brought out Judy Garland.
She was an icon.
Okay. I don't know, not one.
Troubles.
Listen, you are not going to get me on some damn copyright infringement down to the damn YouTube. You know you can only say 5 seconds of these songs.
See, that's less than 5
If I have a copyright check on this damn video, it's because of this one right here. Because your ass got too happy, and that's the problem.
I think we should usher
for another
word
video
of prayer.
Oh God, another word of prayer.
Another word of prayer. You can never have too much.
Okay, go ahead. I'm waiting.
Lord, thank you for keeping this sacred space pure and full of positive vibes.
Yes.
And we thank you for having Drew inspire this insertion of prayer where we bless your name.
Yes, we
right
do.
Now.
Amen. Hallelujah. He is mine. I am
Our
his.
hearts and minds are clear.
They are.
And
yes.
Are clear.
They are.
Amen.
Each one teach one. Amen. Okay. Next. They talked loosely about the origin of the breakdown of the Porsha Candy friendship. What did you really think about that? Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was a Porsha Kenya friendship.
Porsha Kenya.
Yeah,
okay.
Not Candy.
So, and you have to like maybe remind me.
Yeah.
Was there a clear period throughout the course of the show where they were actually bona fide friends and they were not taking swipes and stuff at each other? So when I heard that, and looking back at past clips, especially with bitch, if you don't take that scepter out of my face and stop using that blowhorn or bullhorn on me, and when I dragged you at the reunion, like all of that.
They outlawed props after that. Don't bring props.
So when were they ever really in a really positive space other than just existing and, per Kenya's words, which is the truth, working together? They are colleagues.
Yeah. You made a point about this off camera where you were like, you know, we are colleagues, you know, we don't have to get along, right? We come, we do a job, we go home, and that's it. And I feel like when you keep trying to bridge this friendship that's not meant to happen, you keep ending up in the same situation. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting different results. So I feel like y'all just need to like leave this as DOA, dead on arrival, and just let it go.
Understand, you are just co-workers.
Y'all don't mess with each other.
Check and you do your job.
Yes.
That is all.
Do you know how many people I work with that I don't really like? Okay. And it does not stop me from getting my coin.
That part.
Not one bit. So y'all could do something similar. And so that little montage, it really served nothing but to tell me that y'all didn't like each other from the beginning, and now it's perpetuated to the current. So,
but they seem like they talked about that for 5 minutes too long.
I'm like, yeah, this reunion could have been wrapped up in about 2 episodes. Yeah. I don't feel like there was a need to bring it to 3, but you know.
And then notice how
I don't get paid for this.
You might have was going to get to this, but notice how that the husbands, those who are currently married, Mike, Todd, Ralph, you missing one?
I don't remember.
Right,
I've had too many markers.
Usually, like the third part of the reunion, they have the husband sitting behind their wives and giving, you know, some of their feedback on the season. Yeah. But to your off-camera point, like a Mike Hill, what would he have necessarily added other than, hey, you know, I try to stay out of the women conversations or whatever. Yeah. And I'm glad you all got to see my wedding and all of that. Todd is pretty low key, unless he's being challenged.
Yeah, none of the husbands really had any sort of like identifiable moments this season. There was no Mama Joyce Todd drama. Listen, Cynthia took all her wedding drama on herself, so Mike wasn't really necessary for that situation.
But even that started to die off.
Yeah.
After all of the hoopla with the wedding, and then she received certain backlash about how selfish of you to have such a large event during a global pandemic.
I agree.
But that died off.
Yeah.
They talked about Bolo more.
Yeah.
Than all of that.
Yeah. I think Bolo needs to thank his lucky stars for this show, because I don't think he could have bought this publicity. Okay?
I'm sure his OnlyFans
popping. I mean, you subscribe to some of these people.
However, I will say, for some of these...
Not gonna talk about that?
For some of these content creators, they don't show what you would expect that you would be seeing. I'm not naming no names, Bolo, but...
Ooh, are you speaking from experience? Are you saying you've done some research?
Oh, that I subscribed to his page.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, you see?
I was not
Truth
moved.
happening in real life, not moved.
Oh, because how about, no, homeboy charged a hefty fee.
Of what? What's Bolo's fee out here?
20, 25?
Oh, no, you charge a 25 and you grouping the girls?
Wait. You thinking that, okay, I'm going to subscribe to this page just to see what it's giving. He ain't show.
Nothing?
No.
Oh, no.
It was a lot of clips from his performances that are still covered. He didn't have...
You gotta show it for me.
Like solo stroke sessions. I mean, and again, this is a family show, but I'm just going to keep it real.
He's a professional, so he knows about all this. I am blessed with the Holy Spirit and Jesus, so I don't know nothing about this stuff right here. So I'm going to let him take this segment.
Let me tell you all something. Come in real quick.
Lies.
Lies. That song that has become so popular, WAPY. Cardi learned it from him. I'm just going to say that.
Fraudulence, okay? And lies. And lies. We are getting off topic because you have tried my life.
Sorry.
Okay, and then, listen. I don't know whether it's because I'm hungry.
Are you hungry or hangry?
Or hangry. But my favorite part of the reunion was the damn crab cake to end the season. But that's my inner fat child.
But wait, as... everybody knows, Candy does not play about her food.
She doesn't.
And so she was like, she took that plate.
She did.
You ain't heard nothing.
You could see the love in her eyes, and I identify with it because as a fellow foodie, baby, I would have shut the fuck up. Ooh, I would have shut the hell up. It's this damn margarita. I would have shut the hell up.
Don't blame it on the alcohol.
Listen, they was blaming on the Hennessy hoes, so I had to blame it on the margaritas.
Make sure you all remember that. Hennessy hoes. That's actually a pretty good plug for Hennessy.
It is a good name. It really is. Isn't Cardi B's sister, isn't her name Hennessy?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, she doesn't own the rights to that. That would be something really good to create Hennessy hoes. Drop down in the comments if you would like Hennessy hoes.
That could either be...
It's like marketing.
An offshoot brand of booze.
Yeah.
Or I could see it as the replacement for Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirts.
Could be.
Hashtag Hennessy Hoes. That we haven't seen. Because, since we haven't seen much from She by Sheree, I'm still waiting on a pair of sweatpants and everything that I...
Not sweatpants.
...wanted to order. Joggers, because that's what's more popular now.
Not joggers, honey. All right, well...
we love joggers.
We're going to wrap this up because we have gone off on several tangents. Well, no. Last thoughts.
Okay.
We got to wrap it up, hon.
Okay.
Because we could talk forever.
Okay. So before you give me your last thoughts, let me offer this to you.
Go ahead.
What would you think in terms of a cast shakeup?
I think the cast is fine as it is, to be completely honest.
Now, see, that is not what I expected to hear you say. Given how we've already kind of said this season was a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
Many people, many fans, and when I have this conversation with a number of folks, they have said, well, ratings, I think, are starting to probably decline a tad bit. And the show is missing a bit of its original spice. Maybe a cast shakeup is.
So, are you saying new people, or are you saying bring back old people? Because I feel like that's where people always center on.
I like certain older faces.
Listen, you want to shake up the cast? Bravo people, let me tell you how you shake up the cast. You bring back Phaedra.
Negative.
That's it.
Oh, God.
You
Negative.
bring back Phaedra, because the damn drama between Candy and Phaedra will carry and perpetuate you through the season. Candy will not show up to a filming if Phaedra is involved. I guarantee you.
Okay.
She said that before.
Let me respond to that.
Go ahead.
Looking at past seasons, that was actually one of my least favorite cast members.
Phaedra?
I thought that she was rather boring in a lot of ways, unless she was, again, pitted and forced to go to the mat with some of the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
She never did it for me.
Yeah.
Now, Bravo, if you are listening, one of my recommendations would be, if you really want a season that will be a huge ratings boost, how's about you look at the franchises of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, and I'd even throw maybe Potomac in there. I would pick about 8 either current or former cast members from those 3 franchises. And when I say at least 8, pick the feistiest ones. So a few names that would easily come to my mind would be, imagine if you had Miss Quad, Toya, let's throw Kenya. I don't want to say Lanithia, no, because
Lanithia, you have burned your bridge at Bravo.
Yeah, that like
if they invite you
that
back,
whole
I
thing
will be
last
surprised.
year, that annoyed the shit out of me. But if you had the feistiest girls from at least all 3 of those franchises and see how they played together, that would be worth watching, because those ladies would be fighting every other episode.
I just feel like that's more of like a Bravo All-Stars thing. And Bravo is loosely doing that right now with, I think they have Kenya Moore, Cynthia Bailey, Ramona, Countess Luann, and somebody else. I'm forgetting that. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you remember who the last one is. I've had too many margaritas at this point, or too many sips. But that's more of like a Bravo All-Stars type situation. But I get what you mean. Like the cast needs a little bit of a shake-up. And to a certain extent,
people
I
always
agree.
gravitated to Nene because she was, perceived as, well, not even perceived, the role of the villain on Atlanta. But it depends on who she's interacting with, because if it's up against another equally dominant personality who is not going to be here for the shit, then they start to back off. Same thing with my girl Kenya. As much as I love her, Kenya's another one. She pokes the bear and then will kind of deflect or try to, and then play victim.
Yeah. Well, okay. So just to sum this up, I feel like the cast is okay as it is. It can continue on into the next season. Steven feels like a cast shakeup is needed. So drop down in the comments and let us know whether you are on Team Me or Team Steven. And we will, tabulate the results if y'all care, and we will go on into it. Listen, I feel like Bravo is continually trying to recapture the magic of the beginning seasons of Housewives, right? And it's very hard to do that because you really need relative unknowns that are hungry, right? Hungry to make moments, hungry to come in and do the unexpected, because I feel like every season we sort of see the repeat of a prior season, to a certain extent. So
it kind of still lingers on.
Yeah, it kind of lingers on.
Some of the residual drama from the previous season, it kind of bleeds over.
I agree. So you need somebody who's going to come in with new drama, and that's just our humble opinion, summing that up. But anywho, y'all.
So are you saying that we need a new villain?
I don't think we need a new villain. I think we need a new Nene. Sure. I do. We need somebody that's country and hungry. Quote me on that.
She always would give you a good read and everything.
Read.
So
good country read. The best days of Housewives were when her and Kim Zolciak were going back and forth.
Where is your scooter?
Exactly.
Where is it?
Yes. Exactly. Okay.
The glory days.
Close your legs to married men, trash box. Close your legs to married men, trash box. And we'll call you later. Good night. Bye bye. Do what you need to do, Trashy.
I said what I said. Which,
I said
again,
what I said.
How
I
oftentimes
said what I said.
do many of us incorporate that into our day-to-day?
All the time. Yes. But anywho, y'all, because we could go off on several tangents, so we are going to wrap up this video, honey, because it has gone long, okay? But we had a great time chopping it up with y'all tonight. And so if you liked what we said, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Stereo at DatDamnDasher. And until next time, y'all, well, there's not going to be another video after this in terms of this Housewives season for Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you give the last word to the people. Until next time, what?
Keep tuning into DatDamnDasher.
DatDamnDasher. He's had too many margaritas. He tried my life. You have disrespected
I stand corrected.
Disrespected.
For a lot of amazing content coming your way. And we will see you next time.
We will. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. Bye-bye.